The players are awesome, and I'm finally casting like really good Protoss players, and it's been a while because yeah, they often don't like to play in the Go for Soccer 2, which I'm normally casting alone every Sunday. So lovely for me to cast this event. I'm really liking it so far. I mean, obviously I had pretty much a Protoss in every single game. I guess this is eventually gonna stop, but so far so good. We have, of course, White-Ra against Dignitas merz. Merz, a very good Terran player as well from Sweden. Of course, a Brood Pest. Merz has insane APM, guys, for all you APM fans out there. How do we do this again? Well, 480. I didn't lie. I didn't exaggerate. This is not just in the start of the game. This guy has like 350 stable throughout the entire game. And if it's a fight, it's like something 500. Like 500 APM merz, what are you doing? How many keywords did you destroy in your life? That's insane. But he's a very nice guy. I really like merz. I was trolling him quite a lot because once I had a cool game against him. Before the action really kicks off, I can tell you guys a small side story. I hope you don't mind. About the merz, and I actually won that game on Shakuras. I did lose the series 2-1, so it didn't really matter that much, but I won that game, and ever since then I was trolling him like, yeah, my game against merz, and I kept telling like my friend, yeah, my game against merz, and then he's like, this freaking Rotterdam, he's always talking about this stupid game, and then like someone like wrote it, he's like, yeah, merz, I heard about your game with Rotterdam, was it good? He's like, no, and I was like, yeah, actually I have to admit it was a pretty good game, and I was like, yes, but he got his revenge on me. When we played like 3 weeks ago, after the EPS finals, I did some ladder night, and I had a few beers at the EPS finals. Then I came home, and yeah, I had some friends over as well. I played ladder. I met merz on Metalopolis, and he flew his command center to the middle of the map with the gold, and then he actually won the game. So he's like, payback. I was like, okay, I'll take it. We're even now. And yeah, he left. He's an awesome guy, and I really look forward to this game between White-Ra and merz. Both very good players. I love White-Ra seeing against Terran in general. He was really solid against Terran for a while. He had his ups and downs, but in general I think White-Ra was really good against Terran. So let's see how he's going to do it. Interesting build so far for merz. We see a reactor on this barracks, and he's going to switch it up with the factory. So I guess we're going to see a couple of Hellions. Are you going to Hellion drop him, merz? And ooh, a Citadel for White-Ra. I mean, not Citadel, Twilight Council, I'm sorry. I still keep mixing things up. 3 gates right now. Twilight Council more than halfway down. Boy, Pimp Island already. This pro's still carrying the gold minerals. I love it when they carry gold minerals in the middle of the map. So it seems like we're going to have a little bit of DT action over here for good old Mr. Ra. If we're going to have a tech lab on this, yes, we are going to have a tech lab. Oh, merz, if you would only make it Raven right now, you would love your life. Like, you wouldn't just love it, but you would love yourself. You would go to bed tonight and you look in the mirror and you will tell yourself that you're the bum for making a Raven. How are you going to do it? Nope. He is going to open up with the Banshee. But he does have this wall up, and already having a wall up against DTs, I mean, that's huge. Gives him the time to scan one time. Takes out a ooh, well, as long as you raise those depots. But I think he's even going to scout it with the Hellions. We don't have a single sentry on the map yet for White-Ra. I don't think this looks very good for Mr. Ra. I don't really think his DTs are going to do a lot of damage. This is like the wall up of the... This is really the game where you want to have a wall up. Good job right there, raising that depot, Mr. merz. So merz, an excellent job so far. Let's take a look at his APM. While he's microing Hellions. merz, he's like the European boxer. Or Nada. Or Moon. And then we have merz. White-Ra just chilling on the other side with 130 APM. Did wipe in that Nexus. Here we go with the Hellions. We have 2 Zealots over here. Those Hellions are not going to wall it off, I think. Alright, are they? Wow. I did not know that. But we're still, nevertheless, we're going to have these 2 Hellions entering the main base. And no, White-Ra really doesn't want him to see the Dark Shrine. And actually, he will succeed in doing so. Or, well. Yes, he will see it. Well, he did not see the Dark Shrine as of yet. But, oh, well, we already see a Raven without even seeing... Perhaps he expects it just because... well, if you see this, I wouldn't really expect it. He didn't even see the Twilight Council. But still, it was weird. I mean, no sentry. Protoss always has a sentry. Unless they want to save gas. And then, well, why would Protoss want to save gas? Exactly, because they go DTs. You go, ooh, do you think merz sees it? Okay, well, now he sees it for sure. White-Ra just kind of revealing the fact here that he has DTs. It doesn't really matter all that much since there's a Raven on the way. Depot is not going to fall down. Wow. I actually thought for a second that it was going to fall. merz kind of overreacting, pulling more SCVs than are actually able to repair. Here we have the Raven. I really think that the Raven build time is a little bit too long. And that might sound weird considering the fact that I'm a Protoss player, but yeah, I just don't think it's correct. I mean, it should be like the counter against certain builds, but 60 seconds for a Raven? I think that's... yeah, I don't think that's That's fair. I mean, if they're worried about like Raven rushes with Tank Marine all in or something, then just let them start with less energy or something like that. But I think 60 seconds is a bit too long. And I don't understand Ben. He's whining, not whining, but he's sending emails to David Kim all the time. So if I were him, I would send one to David Kim about the build time of Ravens, because I think it's a little too long, at least from a neutral point of view. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. Well, can be wrong about your own opinion. Oh, well, here we see quite a scary force. Viper's going to have to be careful. He does have this warp prism, but it's not going to be able to unload anything. The only good thing is that he will be able to keep him... Wow, I'm surprised by merz now, actually, going for another Banshee instead of just going for a Viking, because I can already see what's going to happen, obviously. What is... Oh, a bunker. That's smart, Mr. merz. Very smart. So he might just leave a couple of Marines behind and put him in the bunker. But I was afraid that he was going to leave his base and Hydra was going to drop units, and then in the long run Hydra was someone going to stall the fight. Anyways, that's not going to happen. There is not even a command center as of yet for merz. Wow, I didn't even thought so. This is very all-in-ish. Nama's SCV train is coming in the form of merz. Ooh, this Banshee is a little bit too far ahead though, Nama. No, I can't call him Nama as well. This Banshee takes quite some damage, but not that much. Now we do see one DT in the main base from... Oh, the turret is not ready yet. This is quite huge. This DT I think is going to do a lot of damage even when the turret is ready. We have only 2 Marines right there. He could just keep his Dark Templar over there, but wow, look at this force. I don't think this is going to get really tough. We see more Archons. Chartled is ready, but I think the DPS of this Terran army is just too much for Hydra to handle. But we never know. The Chartled doing an excellent job, and we still have these Archons. Is Hydra going to survive this? Yes, Hydra is going to survive. Wow, Ra, how did you do that? That's insane. If I play these games, I just insult the Terran and lose. Absolutely insane. I can't believe Hydra defended that so easily. These Archons, such a good job in absorbing damage. And merz calls GG. Hydra wins the first map. Wow, I'm really stunned how easy... Hydra, you are so good. That's insane. Wow. That army looked really fearsome. You have so much DPS with all of these Marines, all of the tanks, all of the Banshees. Hydra just has a couple of charge slots. I really thought, okay, charge slots are gonna melt away, then the Banshees will just clear up everything. But somehow, Ra managed to win it so easy. Perhaps merz didn't put his SCV, like he should always put the SCVs in front so they absorb the damage of the Zealots. But even then, wow, I did not expect that ever to go like that so easily. I really love it when I get surprised by a fight, by the outcome. That makes the game so beautiful.